Hi, my name is Enoch Coronado from the Coronado Realty Group here in Waco, Texas. And today we're going to go over 5 ways you can find your first property if you're going to live in it or if you're going to flip it. And if you stay until the end of the episode, I'm going to give you a bonus way, and I believe is the best way for your time and money to get right away into investing or living in the home that you want. Remember to subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can get the latest updates, the latest videos, and show support. And also leave comments and let me know what else you guys want to hear on the next episodes. And before we get started, I want to read a verse from the Bible, and this one comes from Proverbs 13:11, and it reads, "Dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow." This verse shows us that there's good investments and there's bad investments. Growing our money little by little, making wise decisions, long-term commitments, long-term goals is the best way. A lot of times there's, like I said, people wanting to scam us. Sometimes we fall into scams because people talk to us nicely. And a lot of times we don't know what to invest our time and money, our energy in. So please be wise, make wise decisions, think about it. Always think it through. Am I going to spend a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy to something that's not going to benefit myself? Always ask yourself those questions, but always invest in yourself. The best way to grow is to invest in yourself and grow little by little for long-term goals. So we're going to go over the 5 ways plus the bonus strategy at the end of the video on how you can find your first property that you're going to live in or if you're going to invest in. And remember, we went over this on the last episode of the BRRRR method. That's BRRRR, buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. A lot of seasoned investors use these strategies to find their property. So if you're a beginner, don't be afraid to use these strategies to find your first investment. There is no right or wrong way. You just got to find the best strategy. You can even mix and match. There's different strategies you can use to find your first flip, your first investment property. So don't be afraid to try different strategies. And for each step, we're going to go over the pros and the cons so you can make the best decisions for you and using that strategy. So the first one is networking. Networking allows you to buy from people that you may know, like your friends, your family, acquaintances, co-workers, people in your circle. So if you're looking to buy your first investment property, this is a great way to just get started. So the pros of networking and buying from friends and family and people that you may know is that there's easier negotiations. Since you know the seller, you may get a better price or more flexible terms. And then also less competition, no bidding wars like on the open market. And then more transparency. You may have insight into the property's history and any issues that the property may have. Flexible financing options that the seller might offer, financing or a payment plan. And then faster closing, avoiding traditional listings agents that can speed up the process. The cons would be emotional complications if issues arise like pricing disputes, repairs, financing delays. It could strain your relationship with that person that you may know. The lack of professional oversight. Since you're not working with an agent, you're just doing it yourself, you might miss important details like contract protections. Also, assumptions can lead to issues. You might assume the property is in better condition than it is, leading to unexpected repairs. Financing challenges. If the seller isn't using a traditional lender, you may need cash or alternative financing. Potential overpayment. Some sellers expect friendly buyers to pay more than the market value, so you might overpay because you know them. So maybe you may pay retail value or even overpay. So networking with friends, family, people that you may know around your city, around your neighborhood, it's a great way to get started because it really doesn't cost you any money to get started. So if you're looking to buy your first investment property, this is a great way to get started on your first investment. Number 2, it's called driving for dollars. So a lot of investors, people that are starting to flip homes or looking to invest in homes, they use this method, and it's called driving for dollars because you're actually driving to find the investment property that you're looking for. Driving for dollars is all about looking for distressed properties or vacant properties. So you're really looking for a home that needs a lot of TLC, that you think it might be empty, that there's nobody living there. A lot of times the owners don't even live there, or there's no renters, there's nobody, the grass is really high, it needs a lot of maintenance. So that's why it's called driving for dollars, because you can look at it from the outside and tell that nobody's living there. So you can actually take advantage of that, contact the owner and make a deal with them. So the pros about driving for dollars is that it's low cost lead generation. So no expensive marketing campaigns, just your gas and time. Exclusive deals, so you'll find off-market properties before they hit the MLS. There's less competition because many investors rely on online listings. So these leads are less saturated. This is great for beginners. It's a hands-on way to learn about local markets and property conditions. And it's very flexible. You can do it on your own schedule and you don't need a big budget. The cons, it's that it's time consuming, so it requires a lot of driving and note taking. There's inconsistent results. Not every distressed property will be a deal, and owners may not be motivated to sell at all. Follow-up effort, you'll need to track down owners, send mail, make calls to get a response. It's limited to your area, expands slowly compared to digital marketing, and the cost can add up, like gas, vehicle wear and tear, and possible mailing expenses. So as you can see, driving for dollars is a great way to get started as well, to buy your first investment property to flip, but also it's time consuming. So if you have a lot of time on your hands, this is a great way to get started, to get your foot in the door to start investing. So don't be scared to use this tactic if you have a lot of time and you don't mind driving around the city. Number 3, it's about using websites, apps, and software to look up listings, look up investment properties. And this is great because you get to do it from the comfort of your home. So if you're trying to do this from home, if you don't want to do driving for dollars, this is a great way to do it from home online. The pros of using websites, apps, and software is that there's access to off-market deals. You can find distressed properties, vacant homes, or motivated sellers not listed on the MLS. It's also data-driven decision making. You can view property values, liens, owners' info, and market trends. There's also automated lead generation, so you can skip trace. That's calling people, finding their numbers. Direct mail campaigns and lead lists helps with outreach. It also saves you time since you're doing it from home. Instead of driving for dollars, you can find properties digitally online. It also, you can scale it, so it's perfect for investors looking to grow their portfolios efficiently. The cons is that there's subscription services. So a lot of these softwares and apps, you might have to pay out of pocket every time you use them. The data may not be so accurate. Some of the information may be outdated, requiring verification. There's a learning curve. So if you don't know how to use these apps, software, websites, you're going to have to spend time learning how to use them effectively. There's a lot of competition with these websites, apps, because a lot of investors use these tools from home. So a lot of deals can be competitive, and there's no guarantee that you'll find the property on the first try. So you'll need to look over a lot of properties to get a deal. So using websites, apps like Zillow, and using software like PropStream or Deal Machine, they're great. A lot of you may not know about these websites or software. A lot of people do know about Zillow, but you can also find foreclosures on your county's website. But if you don't know how to use them or find them, it's going to be really hard to know what to buy and what's a good price. Number 4, we have probate properties, foreclosures, and auctions. This is more of an in-person investment where you'll have to go to maybe the court system, maybe meet a lawyer, or go to auctions to actually buy these properties in person. It's a probate property, foreclosure, and auction. auctions. Bro, probate properties are usually where a person in the family dies, the owner of the property passes away, they didn't leave a will for the family to disperse the home, so that home goes to the court system, and the court responsibility is to sell that home and disperse the funds of the property to the family members. A foreclosure is when a home is behind taxes or behind mortgage payments, and that property goes back to the bank, and the bank tries to sell off that property to a new owner to try to recuperate the bank's financial investment on that property. When a property goes to auction, is when all other ways to sell that home didn't work, so it goes to an auction to see who is the highest or lowest bidder for that home. So the pros of probate properties, foreclosures, and auctions is that there's less competition, there's fewer investors that focus on probate properties, so you may get better deals. These are motivated sellers, so often they sell quickly and may accept lower offers. There's potential for good condition. Unlike foreclosures, many probate homes are well maintained. The cons, that it's a long process. Probate cases can take months to settle before sale is finalized. There's legal complexities dealing with the family members or court approval that can slow the process. And there's limited inventory for probate properties that aren't always available in your target area. For foreclosures, the pros are discounted prices. Banks want to get rid of these properties, often listing them below market value. There's clear title. The bank clears any liens, making the buying process more straightforward. There's financing options. You can usually finance a bank-owned property with a mortgage. The cons, that there's poor property condition. Many foreclosures have been abandoned or neglected. Slow bank responses. Negotiating with banks can take weeks or months. Limited room for negotiation. Banks often sell as is with little flexibility on price. Auctions, the pros are potentially huge discounts. Properties can sell for significantly less than market value. Fast transactions. If you win the auction, you can close quickly. There's less need for traditional financing. Many auction deals are all cash, reducing loan approval wait times. The cons is limited due diligence, so you often can expect the property before bidding. Cash required. Many auctions require full payment up front. There's title issues, so some properties may have liens or legal complications. The number 5, it's buying from a wholesaler. So a lot of these wholesalers, they get a fee for finding you that home, that investment property. Maybe they did that networking, they use apps or software, they did driving for dollars, or they went to an auction or foreclosure or looked up probates. So these people already did all the hard work for you. Now they're coming with the contract to you and you can buy from them. So the pros from buying from a wholesaler is that you get discounted prices. Wholesalers often find off-market deals below market value, quick transactions. Since wholesalers aim for fast closings, you can acquire properties faster. There's no need to search for deals. The wholesaler does the work of finding and negotiating deals. There's less competition. Many of these deals are not on the MLS, reducing bidding wars. Opportunity of value add. Many wholesalers' properties need repairs, allowing for forced appreciation. The cons is that wholesalers have fees, so you'll pay an assignment fee, which can reduce your profit margin. Limited due diligence. Some wholesalers provide little to no property details, requiring your own inspection. There's non-traditional transactions. Since wholesalers aren't selling their own properties, the process can be different from a standard purchase. Risks of unethical wholesalers. Some may overpromise or misrepresent deals. A lot of them are mostly cash or hard money. Traditional financing rarely works, so you need liquid funds. So with wholesalers, it's a great way to find your first investment property, or even if you're seasoned investors. A lot of this really has to do with trusting that wholesaler, where they're getting their properties from. And if you're looking for a really great investment property, a lot of times you don't know what kind of property you're getting. It's really a hit or miss with wholesalers, so you really have to trust that person, that wholesaler, or you do your due diligence yourself. So it's either you rely on somebody else as a wholesaler. So it's a really hit or miss with a wholesaler. So if you're trying to get some help, a wholesaler, it's a great option, but at the same time, you really don't know what you're getting in the end. Thank you for staying until the end of the video. And as promised, a bonus strategy that you can use, and I believe is the best way to find your first investment property or a home that you want to live in, and that is using a real estate agent. So a real estate agent helps you do all the work for you, and the best thing about it is that you don't pay any upfront fees. There's no payment upfront for a real estate agent. So it's basically like you having a coach on your side that's doing all the work for you on your corner. And these are the reasons why you need a real estate agent on your side to help you buy your first investment property or a home to live in, because we have access to the MLS. MLS is the listing service for properties. Agents have access to the most up-to-date listings, including properties not found on public sites. We have market expertise. So if you have a good agent like ourselves at Coronado Realty Group, we help you analyze deals, market trends, and potential appreciation on the home that you're investing in. We have negotiation skills. So agents like us can negotiate the price, the repairs, and contract terms for your advantage. We guide you through the process. We handle the paperwork, inspections, and closing details, reducing the stress for you. We have professional networks. We have access to lenders, inspectors, contractors, and property managers. And also we have a more secure transaction. After all, we are licensed real estate agents, licensed to do business in the state that we're doing business in, and you're protected legally when you're buying and reducing financial risk. So using a real estate agent like ourselves at Coronado Realty Group helps you avoid driving for dollars, asking around, networking with friends and family and people that you may know. Also, not having the task of looking through apps, software, or county websites looking for the property that you're looking for to invest in. And also not using wholesalers who are not licensed. You may not know them, that you're not legally bounded to them, or they're not legally bounded to you. So as real estate agents, we work for you. We are legally bounded to you for your best interest and not ours. So if you're looking for a real estate agent that can help you, my name is Enoch Coronado, also with my wife, Maise Coronado at the Coronado Realty Group. We're here to help you. So there's different strategies that you can use to find your first investment property, or even if you're a seasoned investor looking to make more deals, there's different ways of using these strategies. So you can do whichever is more convenient or better for your time, and your money's well spent. So don't be afraid to try all these different strategies. But the best way, and I believe I may be biased because I am a real estate agent, is using a real estate agent that's going to take the workload off of your hands and into their hands, so we can help you find the investment property for you without you doing all the hard work. So thank you again for watching this video. Remember to subscribe, hit that bell notification for updates and future videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one.